News Special Report. Super Bowl 53 is history. History is just what Tom Brady and the New England Patriots have made again.
Brady under center, gives to Michelle, runs it left, a dive to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots!
Bob Sochi of Patriots Radio with the call of the only TD in a 13-3 win over the Rams with details live from Atlanta. CBS News correspondent Steve Futterman.
And, Tom, it may not have been the most exciting game offensively, but the New England Patriot fans couldn't care less right now. The Patriots beat the LA Rams 13-3. The game was tied 3-3 midway through the fourth quarter. That's when Brady led the Patriots on a 67-yard drive. It turned out to be the game-winning drive. The 2-yard touchdown run by Sony Michel put the Patriots on top 10-3. Then Stephen Gostkowski added a field goal to make the final score 13-3, and right now on the field here in Atlanta, celebration, the Patriots Super Bowl champions once again, Tom.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Tom Foti.
WCBS News Time, 10:32. The protest turned into a party outside the federal jail in Brooklyn, but all of a sudden tonight, the lights came back on. WCBS reporter Steve Burns heard from some family members of inmates.
And I'm still waiting for that front house.
Rita has been out here for days, ever since she learned what her husband was going through inside the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center.
But I'm very grateful that the Lord has heard our prayers and the guys have their lights back on.
Those lights came back on as the vigil outside was set to enter its fourth day. The lights up and down this hulking concrete building were flashing, celebrating something they'd gone a week without. One man inside managed to call out to a friend in the parking lot. He put him on the megaphone. The heating system may not be entirely fixed. He says some cells are still too cold. Many of the elected officials who passed through here are now calling for an investigation into how it took upwards of a week to fix problems that resulted from a relatively minor electrical flare. There's a court hearing set for Tuesday. In Sunset Group, Steve Burns, WCBS News Radio 80.
Governor Cuomo wants the Department of Justice to investigate whether any civil rights were violated at the jail. He also wants those responsible for the power outage held accountable. And New York Senator and presidential hopeful Kirsten Gillibrand is also weighing in on conditions at the jail. She's demanding answers from the Bureau of Prisons, saying the lack of access to blankets, warm clothing, medications, and lawyers was inhumane and a violation of the detainees' basic rights. Just days before he delivers the State of the Union, President Trump is offering new details about his plans for the U.S. presence in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria.
We're negotiating with the Taliban.
In a wide-ranging interview with CBS's Margaret Brennan, President Trump said he's hopeful talks with the Taliban can lead to a U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan.
I think they're tired, and everybody's tired. We need to get out of these endless wars and bring our folks back home.
The president says he'll keep U.S. troops in Iraq so that they can watch over Iran. Last week, the Senate voted overwhelmingly to rebuke Mr. Trump for his plan to withdraw from Syria and Afghanistan, warning it could put hard-won U.S. gains at risk. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
WCBS will carry the State of the Union Tuesday night at 9. Our coverage will include the Democratic Party response. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam is resisting a near universal call for him to step down to the appearance of a racist photo on his medical school yearbook page. Here's CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
If Northam steps down, he would be replaced by the state's Democratic Lieutenant Governor, who's 39 years and only current black governor. He isn't calling on Northam to resign, at least not yet.
I'm Jim Crisula. Defiant Democratic Virginia Governor Ralph Northam says he wants to earn the trust of Virginians. That may be difficult.
It's a pretty strong visual, but that image sticks in your mind. It's an about it anyway.
You hate to see that come out about someone, especially if it's not kind of who they've been portraying themselves as.
Voices and thoughts from the far southwestern Virginia city of Bristol. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
The photo shows a person in blackface and another in a Ku Klux Klan robe. A twin-engine Cessna has crashed into a neighborhood in Yorba Linda, California. At least 2 homes caught fire and one was fully engaged. Bryce Cobb lives in the area. Just come home.
Their hoses and equipment out in front, and the house was still, there was like no light smoke, it was just all black, so everyone was trying to hurry and get the fire out.
The FAA says there are injuries. 10:36 will always be on the radio at 8:80 a.m., but now the only place to stream is the CBS Smartphone.com app. Download it today and listen anytime, anywhere.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-701-2182. That's 800-701-2182. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-701-2182.
NJ Diet is taking weight loss and wellness to a whole new level. With multiple offices in the tri-state area, it's now expanding with offices in Charleston, NJ Diet's guaranteed programs uses hair, saliva, and their bioenergetic scan to personalize natural formulas to shed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. NJ Diet then utilizes internet testing to determine your ideal diet and workout plan to make sure you keep it off and stay healthy for the rest of your life. This info can also be used by any of your healthcare providers in the future. NJ Diet is all natural, no shots, no hormones, and no surgery. Locations in New Jersey, New York, and now Connecticut. Full supervision is provided every step of the way. You'll even have the doctor's personal email and phone number. Call today, 855-5NJ-DIET, or log on to njdiet.com to learn how you can lose 25 to 45 pounds in only 40 days. That's 855-5NJ-DIET, or log on to njdiet.com.
WCBS News Time, 10:38. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 8th. Now settling in at the traffic center, here is Ken Daniels.
All right, John, we've got some difficulty on the FDR Drive drivers. Your northbound side is the area, 96th Street or so. We got a broken down vehicle there. That is blocking one lane. Now, you're right across the Hudson, minor delays. No construction to speak of either. So the Holland, Lincoln, George Washington Bridge, all looking very good. Now, alternate side is suspended for tomorrow, and meter rules are still in effect. So tomorrow and Tuesday, they'll be suspended. So keep that in mind. The meter rules will be in effect, so make sure you feed the meters. And across the East River, Throgs Neck and Whitestone looking okay. Also, no problems right now at Queens Midtown Tunnel after some earlier delays. Rockland West around the New York State Thruway, moving around Broadway into the Tappan Bridge. And it looks like we're construction-free in Connecticut on the Connecticut Turnpike and Merritt Parkway. The only thing I could find on 95 is stopping to exit 20. That's in Bridgeport. Got a broken-down vehicle there, and that is blocking one lane. On the next traffic update in less than 10 minutes on WCBS.
And now the forecast from meteorologist Mike Lassini.
Patchy cloudiness tonight with areas of fog overnight. Low 37 in Central Park. Tomorrow, patchy fog in the morning, otherwise partly sunny and quite mild. High 12:54. Partly cloudy with areas of fog late Monday night, low 41. Tuesday morning fog, otherwise partly sunny and very mild, high Tuesday 58. Wednesday, increasing cloudiness and cooler, high 44.
We have a fair sky and light winds tonight, along with a temperature of 44 degrees in Midtown Manhattan, and at the airports it is 35 at Kennedy, 38 at Newark Liberty, and 41 at LaGuardia. WCBS News Time, 10:40. A shooting at a Federal Street in Queens killed a man who was hit in the head. This happened this afternoon outside a 7 train station at 90th and Elmhurst Avenue. Witnesses say the unidentified victim had been arguing with 2 men. The police investigating a shooting on Sunrise Highway in Lindenhurst in Long Island. A 24-year-old driver was hit this afternoon near Straight Path. He was able to call for help before being rushed to a local hospital. His passenger was not hurt. Anyone with information should call the Suffolk County Police. And one person is dead after a crash in the westbound Belt Parkway near exit 19. The police say a 2018 Dodge Challenger with 2 occupants was traveling at a high rate of speed when it collided with a barrier today and overturned at that location. The passenger, identified as 24-year-old Harry Kristen from Queens, was killed. The driver, not identified yet, a 25-year-old man, is in critical condition after apparently being thrown from the vehicle. And a 22-year-old female faces numerous charges after her 2009 Nissan hit the overturned Challenger. And Nilla Rem Nareen is in stable condition with minor injuries. WCBS News Time, 10:41.
You may have heard that Online Trading Academy is offering a free 3-hour investing class to help you kick the new year off right. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I don't have time for that. Well, let's see. What else can you do in 3 hours? You could clean your closet, you could play around the golf, or you could attend one of their free classes where you can learn how to earn income in the market and achieve a life of financial freedom. In this free class, Online Trading Academy will show you how to generate income by identifying low-risk, high-reward opportunities. They'll even show you how to avoid making the 2 most common mistakes that investors make all the time. Don't miss out on 3 hours that can change everything. It's a new year, and you owe it to yourself to get this right. Call 888-736-1146. That's 888-736-1146. Or register online at otaclass.com. Call now, and they will send you home with a free investor kit just for attending. It's 888-736-1146 or otaclass.com.
Add us to your flash briefing or ask your smart speaker to play WCBS 880. It's now 10:42. And that makes it time for Sports First with Greg Caserta.
For the 6th time under Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots are Super Bowl champions. Tonight they defeated the Los Angeles Rams 13-3 in the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. The game was tied 3-3 halfway through the fourth quarter, but on one of the biggest plays of the night, Tom Brady found Rob Gronkowski.
Brady in the gun from the Ram 31. Shotgun step. Arches the pass down the near side. Over the shoulder. Diving catch. At the side. Gronkowski. Down to the 2. Falls. He was double teamed. From the tailback. First and goal now. For England. What a catch by Gronkowski.
Kevin Harlan on Westwood 1. Sony Michel would score the game's only touchdown on the very next play. Rams quarterback Jared Goff later threw an interception at Stephon Gilmore down near the goal line, and that cemented it. Tom Brady, the first player in league history with 6 Super Bowl rings. Julian Edelman named the MVP with 10 catches for 141 yards. NBA Knicks lost for a franchise-worst 14th straight time at home today, turning to Memphis 96-84. With Sports First at 12 and 42 past every hour, Greg Caserta, WCBS 880 Sports.
We're here with attorney Mark Miner of the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnurman, and Miner. Mark, winter conditions can make walking treacherous. What responsibilities do property owners have in regards to snow and ice?
Well, all property owners must keep their property in a reasonably safe condition. When it comes to snow or ice, this means that within a reasonable time after snowfall ends, all walking surfaces must be made safe.
Now, what must be done to make the property safe?
All snow and ice should be removed. If all snow and ice cannot be removed, then ice melt or sand should be applied.
Do you handle many cases involving snow and ice?
Absolutely. Slipping and falling on ice can result in terrible injuries.
If someone is injured in an accident, what should they do?
They can call us at 1-800-LAW-LINE for a free consultation. We can quickly determine whether there is a claim worth pursuing, and there's never a fee unless there's a recovery.
If you're injured in an accident, call 1-800-LAW-LINE. That number again is 1-800-LAW-LINE.
What does Meals on Wheels do? They deliver meals and smiles to homebound seniors. But Meals on Wheels does something else. They turn a volunteer lunch break into a meaningful experience.
As small and as simple as the relationship is between a volunteer and a client of Meals on Wheels, it's really so impactful. I never thought that 5 minutes could make so much difference in the lives of 2 people, but it has.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at AmericaLet'sDoLunch.org. That's AmericaLet'sDoLunch.org. Brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're never more than 15 minutes from the big stories on WCBS.
Good evening. I'm Jen Lisher. 3 things to know at 10:45. One, at the Super Bowl tonight, the Patriots beat the Rams 13-3 in the lowest scoring game ever. The Patriots now have 6 Super Bowl wins. 2, the protest turns into a party outside the federal jail in Brooklyn and got its power back tonight for the first time in more than a week. Now New York lawmakers are demanding to know what went wrong. And 3, the police are hunting for suspects after a man was fatally shot this afternoon at a number 7 subway station in Queens. New York City taxi drivers are protesting another surcharge that just went into effect. WCBS reporter Steve Burns heard from their union outside Governor Cuomo's Midtown office.
We've nicknamed it the suicide tax.
Stop killing drivers! Stop killing drivers! Stop
drivers have taken their own lives over the last year, many of them found to be in dire financial straits.
How on earth are people expected to survive?
New York Taxi Workers Alliance President Bayravi Desai says the latest surcharge that went into effect Saturday morning following a court ruling will result in a 30% drop in revenue per cabbie.
90% of the trips for yellow cabs are in the congestion zone. Almost every single trip is going to be taxed.
That zone is anywhere south of 96th Street. An extra $250 charge for yellow cabs, $275 for app-based companies, though Desai says that isn't across the board.
They got themselves a carve-out that says that if the passenger requests a group ride, the company does not have to match them.
She calls this an attempt to put the yellow cab industry out of business. In Midtown, Steve Burns, WCBS News Radio 880.
Here's some good news about education. More New York City high school students graduated last year than ever before.
Mayor de Blasio was fairly beaming as he announced New York City's 4-year public high school graduation rate stands at 75.9%.
For the first time in our history, more than 3/4 of our kids are graduating and going on to greater things. More than 3/4, and we're going higher every single year.
Meantime, the dropout rate has gone down to a record low of 7.5%. The mayor noted graduation rates improved across all ethnicities, and the gap between black and white students and Hispanic and white students has diminished. Chancellor Richard Carranza declared,
"It's no surprise that it's not just our graduation rate and our dropout rate. It's our record high college enrollment rate. It's our record high college readiness rate. It's our record number of students taking and passing AP courses and taking the SAT exam."
Carranza added, "Our schools are getting stronger than ever and getting stronger by the day." In the Bronx, Rich Lamb, WCBS News Radio 880.